Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tough Gong here, and today we're doing a roster review to celebrate logging in for about 160 days straight. A little bit of background about me and my account. I am a global launch player, so I started playing when the game was released, and I have not missed a day of logging in and doing all of my daily objectives. I also make sure that my energy is always refreshing. So you can kind of use that as a benchmark to see where your roster stands and your progress. And so this is my roster here. These are my top 10. What I did when I first started playing the game is I made sure that I had a solid raid team and an arena defense team. So that was my first goal. And I wanted to pick characters to level up that could do well in both game types. So, Captain America and Yondu and Quake were really good characters that I could pick for raid and for arena defense. So once I got my raid squad all the way up to where I could do Ultimus Raid 5 and beat the boss, then I started working on Blitz. And I wanted to get 15 characters that I could make 3 Blitz squads from that I could achieve the top 1,500. After that goal, so I've been now, for the last 8 Blitzes, I have been in the top 1,500. So after I achieved that goal, now I'm starting to work on a Gear Tier 11 level 65 team that I can take into Ultimus Raid 6, and I can also use for Dark Dimension. So my top 5 characters that I have here are Quake, Captain America, Yondu, Crossbones, and Black Widow. My Quake is my best character. She's maxed out at 7 stars, and she is Gear Tier 11, and the only thing that I have not leveled up is her passive, because this 5% extra focus I don't think is necessary. My next best character is Captain America, and he is Gear Tier 11, level 65, and the only ability I have not leveled up on him is his primary attack. Now I know you're probably seeing that I have 854 purple materials, but those are all for Star-Lord. Anything left over is going to Captain America, and then I'm gonna level up that Quake ability that we just talked about. Next is Yondu, and he is Gear Tier 11. He is kind of close to he's Gear Tier 10, and he's kind of close to Tier 11. He's level 65 with maxed abilities all the way through, and I used my Tier 4 ability materials on his passive. Following Yondu is Crossbones. He's at Gear Tier 10, level 65, and he is maxed out as far as star level. A couple abilities that need to be upgraded, but I have his detonate all the way up, which is what really matters with Crossbones, and I'm going to work on those a little bit later. My next Tier 11 character that I've been working on is Black Widow. She is level 65, Gear Tier 11 with all of her abilities maxed out, except for, her passive, which is broken right now. And I have Iron Man at Tier 10, level 65 at a 5-star, and when his event comes back, I will be able to get him to 6-star, and I've got his abilities maxed at 6664. And just going forward, when I say maxed, I just mean for purple material. I'm not talking about the orange ability materials. I also have Vision at Tier 10, a 4-star, level 65, maxed out abilities, and he is one of the best characters in the game right now. He has so much utility. He is my next character that I will be working on for Gear Tier 11. I worked on Gamora when I first started. A general consensus around the community that was that Gamora was really good, And with the characters that were being offered at the time, she was one of the best DPSs in the game. But now that a lot of characters have come out, she is kind of getting left behind, in my opinion. But still 7 stars, level 60 with her primary and her ultimate maxed, and only her special and passive need one more upgrade for her to go maxed abilities. I also have Spider-Man, who is close to a 7 star. He's level 60, and his Web Slinger, which arguably is his best ability, is maxed out. So he is chaining to 2 to 3 adjacent targets for 150% damage and applying defense down to each target for 2 turns. He is a Blitz God, and I never fight against Spider-Man, and whenever I have Spider-Man, it just feels unfair. He hits like a truck with his ultimate leveled all the way up. He's doing 440% damage, and he is applying stun and slow to the target. And I'm going to be working on him a little bit more as well. And then we have Kingpin to round out our top 10. So he's a 5 star. I farm him every day. He's level 64 with his ultimate maxed out. He is applying defense up to all allies for 2 turns and applying offense up to 5 allies. And then he has a chance to get an assist, but we really just want it for the buffs. So that's my top 10. And I have worked on a lot of other characters as well for my Blitz team. For my Blitz teams, I have 3 solid Blitz teams that I use, and it really kind of worked out with trial and error. Like Doctor Strange, I don't really use anymore, and Ant-Man, I'm not using anymore. Even Deadpool, I'm not using right now, but I took them up to potentially use for Blitz, and now they're kind of just hanging out in the top 15, top 20. So we have Thanos at a 4 star. He will be 5 star after this event, and he is gear tier 10, and he has some of his abilities leveled up. I think his most important abilities are his special, which allows him to gain taunt for 2 turns, and his passive, which allows him to 75% chance to generate 2 ability energies for either himself or an adjacent cosmic ally. I have Night Nurse. She is required for raids, obviously. I haven't leveled her up in a long time, so she's only tier 9 with her 2 healing abilities leveled all the way up. I've got Hand Sentry, which I use for my arena defense and some Blitz teams. I've got his main ability leveled all the way up in Smoke Bomb. That's really the one that you want to focus on. If you're going to level up your Hand Sentry, you want to take Smoke Bomb all the way up to the top. I've got Drax, and he is a tank that I use for my C team in Blitz. And I've got his main ability leveled all the way up, which is his Taunt ability. All others, just I don't think it's necessary to use purple on him unless you don't have a good tank. Then I have Deadpool. He's not maxed out as far as ability wise, and he's level 60 at a 5 star, almost 6. I'm not really huge on Deadpool at the moment in this game, but maybe he will get a little bit better with Storm and Cable and the mutants coming out. So that'll be exciting. He really just plays a huge part in my Merc Payday event. With them allowing us to get shards again for Deadpool, I was able to do the 5 star Merc Payday event, so I was really happy about that. Then I've got Doctor Strange. I thought he was going to be really good in Arena, and I mean, he's good against some people like Kingpin, but not always great, so I don't use him that much. But I know a lot of people really want Strange and probably are going to be upset that I'm not using him as much as I should, but it's just personal preference. Then I have Rocket Raccoon. I just recently got him to a 5 star from the 2 Blitz that were offered from him. I got top 1500 in both, and I am currently leveling him up for when Star-Lord comes out tonight. I'm going to put Rocket and Star-Lord and Crossbones Vision, and Iron Man. I'm going to put them on my arena defense, and we're going to kind of see what happens, and it might be a hard team to beat, so I'm excited about that. I've got Ant-Man. I was also very excited about his Gum Up the Works ability, which allows him to ability block for 2 turns, and it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, so wasted some resources on him. Alright, so I've got Winter Soldier here, and he is part of my C team Blitz. He's part of my Blitz C team, and I've got his ultimate leveled all the way up. He does a whopping 550% damage with that punch, and he applies heal block for 2 turns if that character is still standing after he gets punched. One of my favorite characters and kind of a pet character of mine. Not many people really like him, but man, I really love Winter Soldier. He's a 5-star with almost 6-star right now at level 60. Then I have Merc Lieutenant, who is again part of my C team for Blitz, and his goal and why I use him is to give offense up, hopefully, to Winter Soldier. So I use Spider-Man as well on that team, and with Spider-Man giving defense down and Winter Soldier having offense up for his ultimate, he can one-shot Crossbones if that happens. So another really good character right there. And so that's my top 20. And I know some of you guys will have some discrepancies with some of the characters that I have decided not to take up. Pretty much Hawkeye I know should be up a little bit higher, but just not a big fan of him, especially the fact that his ultimate is broken. He's supposed to apply blind to the primary target, but do an AoE damage as well. And currently, when you select that primary target and you use his ultimate, it does not guarantee the blind on that character. So it offers a lot of RNG if you're trying to blind a certain character. It's not always guaranteed. But I mean, I still think at level 61 and tier 8 at a 5-star going up to 6-star when Iron Man comes out, I still think he is a good character that I can use. And then I have, Wolverine, Merc Ryagard. I've got a 6-star Korath, which I was able to get from that last Blitz that he had. I've got my Bullseye at 5-star for my Merc Payday event. Thor, he could be at 5-star, but I'm not really digging Thor right now. And then we have some Defenders like Jessica Jones and Daredevil. We have Punisher and Scarlet Witch here, and these guys are in the under 10,000 club. I never use them for anything, but just kind of wanted to show you what I have. I've got a ton of Luke Cage shards here. I've got Nobu at 3-star and Cable at 3-star. I am able to farm Cable, which is really nice. I've got Black Panther at 3 stars, and I've got Wasp at 4. And some characters that I am missing are Groot, Star-Lord, which I'll be getting tonight, and I'm obviously Ultimus, Loki, and Nick Fury. So I'm working on the Kree team. I know you guys might want to see my Kree, so I'll show you the Kree real quick. So on the Kree team, I've got a 5-star Royal Guard. Kree Oracle is almost 5-star, and then a 4-star Noble, Cyborg, and Reaper that I'm farming daily because I am hoping to get Nick Fury the next time he comes around. And so that's my roster, guys. I've been playing for about 160 days. I focused on my main raid squad first. Then I focused on my Blitz teams, and now I'm focusing on the Dark Dimension and Ultimus Raid 6. If you guys have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. And also, please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed watching my roster review. And I also have a Twitch channel that I go live on every day from about 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll leave the link in the below section, and if you like to go there and follow the channel as well so you can get notifications when I go live, that would be awesome. But thanks for hanging out today, guys. I will be producing more Marvel Strike Force videos on the regular, so subscribe to this channel so you can see more. And again, my name was Tuff Gong, and I hope you guys have a great day.